When children grow up around tension, they often learn that certain moments require extra caution. Someone sounds irritated. Someone seems frustrated. The mood in the room suddenly feels different. Now the child starts paying closer attention. Something about the environment no longer feels emotionally predictable. The child begins learning how quickly moods can change. They start thinking more carefully about what they say. They start thinking more carefully about what they do. Now they are trying not to upset anyone. This is often when children begin feeling like they have to walk on eggshells. The child may begin feeling nervous before anything has actually happened. The body may become tense before conflict even starts. Now the child is not simply experiencing the environment. They are monitoring it. This is often when children start becoming emotionally careful. Over time, the child may begin changing their behavior to avoid tension. What this often does is teach the child that emotional safety depends on being careful. For the child, this can begin to feel safer. Avoiding tension starts feeling safer than expressing themselves freely. Over time, the child may begin learning that keeping other people comfortable feels more important than expressing their own feelings. Some children become quiet. Some become people pleasers. Some spend their time trying to keep everyone calm. Many children adapt this way without realizing it. This can become a very normal survival response for children. If this happens once, it may simply be a difficult moment. But when it repeats, children can begin adapting around the pattern. The environment starts shaping emotional behavior around caution. The child slowly learns that avoiding reactions feels safer than taking emotional risks. Some people describe this as a narcissistic family pattern when it happens repeatedly. Not because every conflict is narcissistic, but because the child slowly learns that feeling safe depends on keeping other people calm. In other words, the child begins preparing for reactions instead of feeling free to be themselves. Over time, this pattern can continue into adulthood. Many adults still monitor emotions this way without realizing it. They may avoid difficult conversations. They may worry about upsetting people. They may feel responsible for keeping everyone comfortable. This is often why conflict can feel emotionally exhausting later in life. You may recognize this feeling from your own childhood. In healthy homes, children do not have to constantly monitor emotions to feel emotionally safe. Healthy emotional environments allow children to express themselves without fearing a negative reaction. That is the difference between emotional safety and emotional confusion. What felt confusing may have actually been emotional adaptation. In simple terms, you learned that being careful felt safer than taking emotional risks, and your emotional reactions may make more sense than you realized. Understanding the pattern can help you realize that walking on eggshells was a learned response, not a personal weakness. If this helped put words to your experience, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This channel exists to help you recognize narcissistic and manipulative patterns calmly, clearly, and without blame, so you can understand what's happening and trust yourself again. And when children adapt this way over time, another pattern often begins to form. In the next video, we're going to explain why children start expecting tension and how that pattern can shape emotional behavior over time. Click here to watch.